How you guys doing? Dave Hughes, MMA Weekly, Boxing Edition. The King versus the Tank. No title at stake here, guys. This is Ryan the King Garcia versus Gervonta Tank Davis. This is a fight that needs to happen. I mean, there's about 4 guys right in that division right there that need to fight each other. It's kind of like the heavyweight division. There's this squad that's going on, and they all need to fight. Problem is, with the heavyweight division, you'll never see it. These guys, and say what you will about Oscar De La Hoya. He's a drunk, he's a whatever, but the man puts fights together. Tank Davis is a smaller man, so he's making Ryan Garcia cut down with a rehydration clause. And this is a fight that I'm going over because I'm intrigued. I think this is a fight, one of the fights that need to be gone over. This is a good fight, guys. If you're a boxing fan, if you're an MMA fan, please tune in, steal the fight, whatever you got to do. If you ain't got the money, stream it. There's 100 streaming services out there. It's a rarity that I will turn the UFC or Bellator or any MMA to watch a boxing event. And I usually don't even tune in for Canelo's fights, to be quite honest with you, anymore. I'll watch the replay of them. Canelo's amazing, don't get me wrong. But unless he's fighting Mayweather, this new Benavidez looks like it'd be a fun fight. I just don't care. It's not like it's an undefeated fighter versus an undefeated fighter or anybody that has a damn chance. I think Canelo kind of picks and chooses who he fights. The Charlo fights need to happen. There's just a lot that goes on in the heavier weight divisions that's the reason MMA is so much better than boxing. Because as far as fights go, there's been like a handful of fights in MMA that I never got to see that I was promised, or etc., whatever. We'll never see Francis and John, I don't think. So that'll be a super fight we'll never see. I believe we'll see Nate and Connor 3, whether it's in the UFC or somewhere else. We'll see it. I do think if Nate Diaz knocks out Jake Paul, he may move to boxing. It's just, you know what I mean? I don't understand why Jake... Not that Nate is a step down, but the WBC was ready to rank Jake, okay? And he dropped the decision to Tommy. Now, that said, why would he not fight another boxer or find a fucking fighter that's WBC ranked, whether it's 50th, 100th in the world, whatever, man, fight him, you know, get ranked, get your name in there. That proves that you're not a YouTuber, a Disney kid, or whatever the fuck they're calling you. It's just one of those things, guys, that boxing's fucked up. And as hard and bad as it sounds, Jake Paul's the best thing that could happen to boxing if he would do it right. He's worried about fighter pay. Well, it's like a fire sale every time there's a boxing event. Everybody makes as much money as they can make, and the guys on the undercard get fucked. Now, my problem with the UFC is they make all this money. They're building all these fucking PIs all over the fucking world instead of concentrating on maybe getting the fighters, fighter insurance, fighter retirement. You know what I mean? If you fight 10, 15 fights in the UFC, you should absolutely have a retirement package of some sort. If you have held a title in the UFC, you should absolutely have some sort of retirement. just like in the real world, depending on what you did for a living and what you know, everyone's retirement's different. You know what I mean? Like, my boss's retirement, I'm sure, is a lot higher than my retirement. You know, it's just life. So if the champ retires, he's going to make more than, say, Jeremy Stevens, but then again, should he? Because Jeremy Stevens had, what, fucking 20 fights in the octagon, some crazy shit like that. Never held a title. Nate Diaz never held a title, but Nate's rich as fuck. I wonder if the Miller guys have some money. Jim Miller's has the most wins, I believe, in the UFC. And I don't know if he's a rich man or not, but I know he should be. He absolutely should be. But back to the task at hand, back to what I was talking about. Ryan Garcia, Tank Davis. You see, I started getting off into that MMA rant, and that's the end. I used to love boxing. It used to be my favorite fucking thing to talk about, and my love was lost for it, I guess. It come back a little when Tyson and Deontay start signing bout agreements to fight each other, and both became disgustingly rich men. Good for them. But other than that, boxing's became such a joke. Mayweather's making a joke of the sport he's supposed to love. You know, statistically, he's the greatest fighter of all time, 50-0. You know, no one's been able to do it but him. But that said, this fight coming up, these two young men, I think they're both like 26, maybe, somewhere in there, 24. I don't know, they're young. Ryan Garcia is young. These guys will probably fight again at some point in their career. But the thing is, this is a non-title fight. There's no title at stake. And I'm more excited for this than any title fight other than Wilder Fury. Fury would have been the best heavyweight fighter of all time if he would fight Joshua, Ruiz, and all those guys. Like, that's the problem. Muhammad Ali is the greatest of all time because he fucking fought everyone. If you were considered a bad motherfucker, if somebody even mentioned your fucking name in being better than him or being number one or number two, he was gonna fight you. Simple as that. George Foreman, Joe Frazier. We have these historic fights because he fought everyone. You know what I mean? The Ken Norton, the Larry Holmes, all these guys. I mean, he was over the fucking hill when he fought Holmes. And then Holmes got paid back when he fought Tyson, and Tyson just fucked him up. We're never, in my lifetime anyway, I'll never get to see another Muhammad Ali. Like, Mike Tyson fought everyone. Everyone they put in front of him, he fought. Until a motivated young man, whether it was fixed, not fixed, I don't know. All I know is Tyson almost knocked the fucking guy out the round before and then looked like he took a fall and then I don't know. He did get cracked pretty hard, but still. I seen him hit hard. I don't know. We'll never know. Only Tyson and Buster Douglas know, I guess. And Don King. So, problem was Tyson wasn't making money because no one wanted to fight him because he was dangerous. Then when Douglas knocked him out, they showed a kink in the armor, and everybody thinks it was rigged because they didn't believe that Buster Douglas's lazy ass could do that, even though the man was motivated. His mom died. He dedicated it to his mom. He busted into tears after he won. I mean, I don't know. Anyway, with Tank, he's a Mayweather thing. He was Floyd's protege for a long time, and he left Mayweather boxing, and now he's with his own thing, I think. I'm not real sure who sponsors or whatever. I know Ryan Garcia's with De La Hoya, or Golden Boy Productions, it's called. Or Golden Boy Boxing, Golden Boy MMA, God only knows, Golden Boy something or other. But, so, all I know is that Garcia has a hell of a left hook, hell of a hook, period. Both hooks are fucking dangerous. And Tank's just exactly what the fuck his moniker says. He's a tank. He comes at you, he's a slow starter, but he keeps coming and coming and coming and that was kind of funny. But he keeps going at you until he just wears you down, finds the opening, and takes you out. He's a little dude, but he hits hard as fuck. I think it's a 135er. I think that's what they're fighting at, if I'm not mistaken. So in MMA, they'd be bantamweights. Cutting down. Ryan's about 6 inches taller, I'd say, than Tank, maybe more. So Ryan's definitely got the reach and the speed. I believe Tank has the power and explosiveness. Technique, I'm going to go with Tank. Tank has better boxing. Ryan's got these... It's an awkward fight. He's got an awkward punch that comes from way outside. It's kind of... But the thing is with Tank, he's very, very, very elusive. You're not going to just catch him out, you're not going to catch him. You're going to have to set him up. It's going to take 2-3 rounds to set him up for one good punch. He doesn't get hit clean a lot. And when he does, he's got a granite fucking chin. So, Ryan has proved by being knocked down by literally a jobber, a guy that was sent there just for Ryan to beat up on. I don't know if he was... Ryan has, some problems, so he took some time off, and I don't know if it was his comeback or right before, but yeah, he got knocked down pretty good. He hit the canvas, boom, bounced right up, but you could tell it was something different for him, but, he ended up winning the fight. I don't know if Garcia can knock Tank out, so he's just going to simply have to outbox him, and that might be easier said than done. So tune in Saturday night, I believe it is. Tank Davis, Ryan Garcia. I'm gonna take... Oh shit. I don't know. I'm just gonna watch it as a fan and enjoy the fight. I don't know who to root for in this. I really don't. I don't know who's gonna win. I guess if a gun to the head had to pick, I'm going to go with Garcia just because he's the bigger man, not because of anything else. I think if he lands the lucky shot, it's a wrap. But he's going to have to land that fucking clean, and he's going to have to follow it up with some really clean finishing off. But till next time, as always, God bless, stay safe.